Okay. Look at the camera, the lens. This is day 13, and I meditated during the day today, from sort of 6:30 till 7:30. And I sat in. I had a different chair, so it's quite useful because the chair squeaks if I fell asleep. So if I fell asleep, it wake me up. I also did some meditation when I was at the climbing centre. The I was trying. I was working on a climb that I was finding really difficult. It was one where you kind of go up, and then you have to go. It's like an archway, so you have to climb. You're upside down, then you go down, and then you go back up. It was quite a tricky one. I fell off it probably about, oh God knows, I don't know, a dozen times, maybe more, which is fine because it wasn't. It's not such a big fall, but anyway. I'd had a conversation with one of the guys down the centre. We were talking about meditation. I was talking about this challenge, and he turns out I'm having a lot of conversations with people who are into meditation and have done it in the past or want to do it again. It's quite interesting when you start talking to people how many people are actually practicing or want to or see the benefits. So that's a very good thing in my opinion, because I think actually what I'm learning from this experience is that it's a really good thing to spend an hour a day sitting in meditation. When I was, what happened was I fell off the climb and I was just lying on the mat, and then it was very empty during the daytime, and I just went into the meditation, and then I had something that was triggered from the conversation I'd had earlier. I kind of had this realization that like when I was in a band and I was with a label, and because things weren't going the way I expected them, the way I wanted them to go, it wasn't like the song that charted. I'd written the music for it, but the lyrics had been a collaborative thing. Because it wasn't happening the way I wanted it to, my ego identity wanted it to, I didn't like it. I didn't want it anymore. I also, it's the idea that came to me was, I ruined my life. Now, ruined is a kind of a loaded word, but it was my response. I did it. I got into the situation where I was living this reality that I decided I wanted to experience. And then I decided I didn't like it, and then I stopped living that reality. But it was me. It wasn't somebody else that did it. It was me. It was my own mind. It was this story of me that decided to stop. And there's quite a bit of comfort in that for me, because that means that it wasn't outside circumstances. It was me. I did it. This me. This idea of who I am. And then today in the meditation, it was very quiet. There wasn't any thoughts arising until near the end, when the idea of I love that I think I am Michael Warwick. I am this personality, that I am this story of me, which has changed so much since I was a kid. If you think about it, like when we're tiny little babies, we're still part of the same. Is it part of the same thing? I don't know right now. All I know is that I've got this idea of who I am and what that means, and I'm willing to be a bit more open about who that is, and to allow change to happen, change to arise, to live a different experiences, maybe to let go of some of the ideas of who I think I am. maybe to live more in the moment, to allow this change that I'm experiencing just to keep on unfolding, not to try and hold on to it. Yeah, there was a lot of fear arose there, you know, in my guts, and lots of yawning, which is the typical way that releasing with EFT. What will people think of me? Well, what do I think of me? Who do I think I am? Wow, okay. Let's just see. Let's just let it unfold. I'm not my thoughts. I experience my thoughts as if they're me, but it's not who I am. It feels good, actually. It feels good to be freer of this story, of who I am. And to find out, boy, I think maybe as an adult, I think as children, you know, when you're a kid, it's developing and you're working it out, and then you get to being an adult and you think you should know, and you decide who you are. And God, I remember when I was 30, I thought, God, that was the depths of my depression, because it's like, God, is this it? Is this it? Is this my life? I'm basically waiting to die. Whew. Maybe it's not that I am alive, it's that I am life. That I am life, I am one with life. That there is... That's where I am, that's where we are, that's what's happening, life is happening. And we're intricately part of it, we're not separate from it. It's all very abstract, I suppose, but we'll see. Nothing that I hadn't read in a book or heard somebody else talking about, but there's something about this meditation practice that means I'm starting to experience it. So it's different from that point of view, not just an intellectual thing. It's when I'm talking about it now, I get the sense it's pretty intellectualized, but there's something else goes on when you do the meditation. So I think it's a great thing to do. Day 13. Lucky number in Italy. The sky, I mean, I'm sitting in the iPad's on the windowsill, and I'm sitting looking at the sky. Yeah. Okay. You don't really want to watch a video of me looking at a sky you can't see. Right here. Probably all you can see is a dirty window. The windows.